Drive's got to spin up. Okay, all right, the drive spun up. Say that again.
Was it a porno?
Thank you.
Now that we're recording?
No, I just want it completely out of context.
Oh, great. Okay. He saved it. Perfect.
Thank you. That reminded me of something else. Loot Explosion movie that I watched was a porno. Oh, Pirate Software. So I just heard. Well, you posted somebody posted an article about this. Who posted an article? Yeah, you posted an article about this, like years ago, and
2 weeks ago or last week, but yes.
Yeah, I just heard about it recently, and I don't know why Jason Thor Hall has found himself at the center of an internet firestorm during a dungeon run in hardcore World of... Oh, that's why you posted it. All right.
Well, okay. So I have to talk about it because...
Yeah, okay.
Because he did exactly what the shot caller told him to do. Shot caller said run. Thor ran. Halfway through the run back, the shot caller said, no, this can be salvaged. So what do? Do you turn around and come back? Well, in the process of Thor stopping to turn, they were coming down a set of stairs, and the druid of the group butt pulled an entire pack. And
phrase.
They're on hardcore, so characters die. That's it. And Thor was the leader, or was the head enchanter for the entire guild. Well, he ran out, and then there was this whole big thing. Well, we could have salvaged that, and da-da-da-da-da. You should have done this. Well, he didn't have enough mana to do what they wanted him to do. He was like, what do you want me to do? What did you expect me to be able to do in this case? Because I was out of mana. There's no way that what I would have done would have worked, because you pulled a boss, and bosses cannot be crowd controlled. Period. And they ended up kicking him out of the guild for it, and he said, I am not starting my own guild. I am stopping World of Warcraft hardcore because I am not putting up with it anymore. He says, if you're here to start drama, or you're trying to, he said basically the reason he got kicked out of the guild was because he said in a stream, hey, I'm going to start reporting people. I'm going to start reporting streamers that are trying to start shit with me, just to start shit. And they took it as he was just going to report streamers who were talking about the subject, and that was not at all what he meant. The man is as popular as he is for a reason. He plays by the rules. And he is a very intelligent man.
Sorry to interrupt. What's the sort of thing in the article about him playing, fabricating Outer Wilds gameplay, finding the secret ending?
Oh, there are people that are saying that he watched a playthrough before. He marked his stream as a blind run, and it wasn't. People don't believe that it was a blind run because he found something that wouldn't have normally been able to have been found without first looking at a guide.
I see that kind of shit makes me... That kind of shit makes my brain fold more than 7 times, because how the fuck are you supposed to find it in the first place? If you can only find it if you viewed a guide, then nobody should be able to find it.
Yeah, if it's impossible for it to be found by chance, then it never would have been found. But,
yeah.
So, Doc, you're saying that it made your brain fold so many times if you're able to fold space?
Yes, thank you. That is. Wait a minute.
Acceptable.
Thank you. Yes, that is. Yeah, because it's impossible. Take a piece of paper and try to fold it 7 times. Go for it. Just anybody go for it. Mythbusters did it, and they used a piece of paper that was the size of a warehouse.
Quite
okay.
difficult.
So yeah, all right. I just wanted this because I know this guy's face. I didn't know that. I don't know very much about him. I know the famous clip of him talking about how he worked on some microtransaction for WoW that caused that, or no, he worked on StarCraft, and the entire StarCraft game made less money than one mount in WoW, and that's why Blizzard sucks microtransaction dick.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, so I know that clip. I know him from there. That's about it. Jesus fucking Christ, why are people paying attention? People should not be paying attention to this. People should be paying attention to how Elon Musk has been outed as a fucking cheat and a boosted, basically. Let's just get that out of the way. I fucking hate him. Gaming piece of shit. He tries to get involved in the gaming community, and he makes himself look like a colossal asshole. This is, again, coming back to the fucking, he's a 4chan asshole with money. And he just decided that, oh, I want people to think that I'm good at gaming. So now all that's over and done with.
Yeah, but now the thing is are the companies going to ban him? They should.
That is what people on the forums are asking now, yeah, because boosting is a violation of TOS. In sharing account details, just not even boosting, just sharing account details is a violation of TOS in every single MMO that I can think of. So yeah, when does he get banned? I don't think he's gonna. I'm just gonna say he's not gonna.
No, it's never gonna happen. It won't happen. It isn't going to happen. I don't know why people are even talking about it.
He's just going to continue to be a loud, obnoxious prick.
Well, that's why people are going to talk about it, because
he's a loud, obnoxious.
It should be talked about.
Yeah. So now, whenever something comes up, that'll be if Grinding Gear and Blizzard decide to do nothing about him being a dirty cheater, which he is, then. Yeah, every single time someone breaks the rules, every single time that comes up, people are just going to throw it back in their faces, being like, well, Elon didn't get banned, so what's with the double standards? But I don't think that anybody has made any decisions yet, even though I think everybody has basically made a decision, because usually when somebody violates TOS, they get banned immediately.
Right.
And to my knowledge...
I don't know if it was just a meme, but I saw someone said that Elon was online on both Diablo and Path of Exile during the inauguration.
I saw that too.
I'm not sure if that was just a meme, but either way, it's hilarious.
It's Neuralink. He's playing the game while he's sitting there. That's what he was doing while his mind was wandering clearly.
No, he's actually the first person with Neuralink. So he's duplicated his brain, and he's constantly... there are two other Elon brains running in simulation on a computer.
Do you think that those
are the ones that are playing.
Do the Elon brains that are running in simulation know that they're running in simulation? Are they self-aware?
That's a good question.
Just imagine that kind of hell. Okay, there was a great game. I don't think anybody here played it. It was called Soma, but lots of spoilers. It's about like division of consciousness. It's about like when you upload yourself to a computer. It's like, is it you that gets uploaded? Do you like? Is it like you're sitting in a chair one moment and then you're in the computer the next, or are you sitting in a chair one moment and you get duplicated and then you're still sitting in the chair? Like which version of you does your active consciousness go to, and which one is left behind? So imagine just the kind of hell that Omega is talking about, where Elon's uploaded his brain into a server and his brain's just constantly playing Diablo. Oh my god, I couldn't deal with that.
I don't know.
I mean,
that sounds like a pretty fresh existence to me.
Don't get me wrong, I like playing Diablo 3. And I would play it for, for ages, and I really would, but I need a break. I need to drink, I need to smoke, I need to masturbate. I can't exist in a simulation.
But see, Doc, we've talked about that. How great would it be to be in a simulation where you could just, like, run those subroutines? Remember that conversation?
The
like, how great would it be to be a hologram?
Masturbation.
Yeah,
Yes.
or any inebriation you wanted to have, you could just be like, oh yeah, run the 3 beers simulation.
Yeah, I wish to have a blood alcohol content of 0.9.
Yeah.
Or 1.2. Just drunk enough so that I can feel drunk, but I still know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. 1.1. Time for a drinky poo.
I think we had that conversation in college where we talked about how great it would be to be the Doctor.
Yeah, in Voyager, you're right.
Because he could just have the computer program him to feel like, all right, computer, 400 micrograms of LSD. Please simulate those effects on my neural pathways.
The Doctor really did have ultimate freedom. Once he got his mobile emitter, and he could walk around, he could leave, distance of a holo projector. He really did. He had ultimate freedom, and he had ultimate expression of self, because he is, like, we should bring back Voyager, and we should start talking philosophically about Voyager as a society, because that hologram can wake up in the morning and he can be whoever or whatever he wants to be. Do you want to be a golden retriever today? He can do that. And he can retain his consciousness and his intelligence, and he can be a fluffy, adorable dog and run around and just make everybody on the ship happy. Man. Yeah, it'd be great to be a hologram. No, it wouldn't. Please don't make me a hologram.
Okay, so we know it has been spoken, therefore it shall be. Doc, when Doc passes, it is our job to turn this man into a hologram.
I have actually.
Why not? Why a hologram? He said no hologram. We make him a wholegram, a fieldgram.
Oh,
that's a 3-pointer.
Oh,
I got a boo for that one.
He's not in charge of the soundboard. You pay no attention to him.
Oh no, I consider it a compliment when you booed me. That's great.
That is an acceptable statement right there.
I haven't booed you in a long time. I gave you a data today. I gave you a and,
I know, it was great. It was a great data point.
Yeah, yeah. No, nothing for that.
No.
Shit.
You know that gif I posted earlier of Stewie? Yeah, that.
Yeah, gun in mouth. I'm surprised.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Do you like that episode where Lois is telling the kids about her dream and they both take cyanide pills?
Oh, I got a great picture. Yeah, I got a great meme that I'm never going to be able to use on Chonkwij. But it's another one of those, my therapist tells me that my dreams are a window into my consciousness, and my dreams. And it's just it's a giant picture. It's a picture of massive Buzz Aldrin sitting in a throne carved out of buildings, naked except for the bubble, the space helmet and the little head cap, and he's got a giant vacuum cleaner tube coming out of his crotch that's powering a nuclear power plant. I saw that, I was like, yeah, that is something that would be in my dreams.
The internet is a terrifying place. Can I just say that?
Oh, it's great. Remember when social media was a cute little quirky experiment to keep in contact with your school friends?
Yes, thanks, Al Gore.
And now it's a fucking nightmare? Every single day is a fucking nightmare?
It is a major contributor to the overall downfall of society, I believe. I don't think that's too controversial of a statement.
No, I think that's pretty solid.
No, it's about fair.
It's created an egocentric society where everybody thinks that what they do matters. So,
Yeah, I think
no.
on the whole, like if you look at everything on balance, it was a bad thing for society.
Yeah. I'm reminded of the opening line to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That poor Dobby just spawned into existence and died immediately. Christ, that poor thing.
Man, that's every single day on Diablo 3 for me.
What, you spawn in and die immediately?
Well, yes, sometimes on a GR, that does happen. Sometimes I get cocky. But yeah, anyway, speaking of Diablo, yeah, you guys are having fun in Diablo season, and I've hopped back into Diablo 3. Season 34 is going to start on Friday, and I'm thinking about it.
Started yet?
No, they haven't, and they said for Diablo 3 that it was because of community feedback that they're pushing the start date to January 31st. Probably so because people didn't want the seasons to overlap in Diablo 4 and Diablo 3 for the true tryhards in the game who want to be on the leaderboards for both games.
That's
sad.
Pretty sad.
Yeah.
If Elon can do both Diablo 4 and Path of Exile, they can do Diablo 4 and Diablo 3.
That's the joke now.
You weren't even done. You weren't even done talking, and I
just broke Doc's brain.
It's gonna be the meme now. It's gonna that piece of 4chan shit, that prime grade, all sorts of words that I can't say on Twitch.
Picture out there of Elon back before he got all the filthy rich, where he's just like balding and a nerd.
It's on Chonkwij. I posted it I made a fucking meme of it like last week.
Yeah,
Fluffy and I go back and forth.
Like,
yeah,
that's who Elon is, and you give that man hundreds of billions of dollars, and he's gonna spend all that money to do everything he can to pretend that he's not that man. But he is that man.
Who he is.
Is there a name for the haircut where you have a bald, your forehead to the top of your head is completely bald and you've just got a side of hair wrapping around your head?
Male pattern baldness.
So you just go to the barber shop and say, "Give me a male pattern baldness."
I think
give me the male pattern baldness horseshoe. No, it's not a skull because it's not long in the back. It's just the male pattern baldness horseshoe.
That's what Elon should have right now if he didn't get hair plugs. That's what he should have. And you can see it in that picture that I posted because he was in his mid-20s and he was Rod Omega. He was Rod.
Yeah.
He was like, he had hair until he was about 24. And then he started losing hair, and by the time he was 28, 29, it was gone. So yeah, he should have male pattern baldness haircut right now, but no, he doesn't. And I don't know what is going on with his torso, but I know the inspiration for the Cybertruck now.
Yeah, he is built like a Yeti cooler.
I don't know. It's just, yeah, that
is an insult I have never heard before, but I am glad that I've heard it now.
It's pretty accurate. Oh yeah, so whatever the fuck he's onto. Oh no, he got called out. He got called out for the 500 billion AI initiative that was going to start a platform. Basically, a bunch of people want to build Skynet and they want to do it in the United States. Great. I can't think of a single reason that could go badly. But it was a $500 billion initiative, and Elon posted on X that was just like, no, bullshit, it's never going to happen because you don't have the funding. And then somebody, I think Sam Altman, responded back being like, no, you're wrong. You know you're wrong. Stop lying. Stop lying! What makes you lie? And on top of that, Doland came out and was just like, yeah, Elon's just talking shit because he doesn't like the people involved. He's jelly.
What is his name? Masayoshi-san? Was another one? Some dude from Japan.
Masayoshi-san. Masayoshi-san. Yeah, I don't. That sounds like an awesome name, but yeah, I don't know.
I just unlocked Tournament 3.
Nice.
Ooh. That's cool. Here's the part of the stream. Here's the part of the stream where Zero alt tabs and looks something up.
Yes. Yes. SoftBank CEO Masayoshi-san.
Nice. The
That
san.
is his actual name. No, it is Masayoshi space SON is his last name.
Oh, Son. Okay.
Son.
Masayoshi-san. Okay. Because we know the whole. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Anyway. I watch a lot of anime.
There are jokes.
I watch a lot of anime, and that makes me an expert on Japan.
You know what? I'm gonna
Sure
give you
does.
that one. I'm gonna give you that one. Leaving it alone.
Doc, for the first time today, I was mildly disappointed that you stooped to Zero's level.
Excuse me?
In what way? Yeah, Zero's taking it as an insult. I'm taking it as a personal warning. What? How?
You used a Full Metal Alchemist meme.
I was
that's right.
so proud of him for that.
Look, I have no
idea. I
knew that was the answer.
I was in the middle of a phone call, and when I turned around and looked at my computer screen and saw it, I actually logged off because I had to stop. I had to get myself to stop laughing. I could not stop because the only thing I could see in my brain was Masami's face going, "Fuck you." So hard.
It was less that and more a look of like. It was more a look of betrayal. Like, him too? He's now trying to hurt me?
We just want you to come around, to understanding that child and her dog were inseparable.
We
Yeah,
just
I know what you're gonna say.
We just want you to watch Berserk.
I've seen Berserk like 10, 15 years ago.
Then no, okay, all right, you need to rewatch Berserk. And I'm not gonna tell you that you should watch the second edition, not the 1999 one, but the second edition that made 2 seasons of Berserk. I'm not gonna tell you that you should watch that one, but if you choose to watch that one, there's a lot more fucked up shit in it. And then if you really want to, there's a better, newer version that was just called the Golden Age, which explores how Guts and Griffith met, and Casca, and the characters and all their relationships, and how Guts got to the point where he wants to murder Griffith so bad. So yeah, Berserk, the Golden Age. I recommend it to anybody out there.
You don't say.
Yeah, just go for it. It's great. If you want it, you can have it. I'll give it to you.
Ooh.
Completely legally.
Of course, legally.
I'll direct you to your local library, assuming that you still have them in South Dakota, because Christy Gnome is a cunt.
Christy Gnome resigned.
I know, she's
48
out.
hours ago.
Yeah, now she's the director of Homeland Security or something equally terrifying.
Yes, correct. Because she's presumably Donald Trump's nominee as the Secretary of Homeland Defense, which is even more kind of terrifying, but at least she's no longer governor of the goddamn state.
Didn't she do something on her way out? Didn't she leave you guys with a warning about how brown people were going to take your jobs or some shit?
I don't know. All I did was I saw the article last night as I was falling asleep, and I'm like, this is both good and bad, and I'm not sure which one is which right now.
Okay, I remember what it was. So, yeah, when she was going out, she was actually talking about South Dakota's problem with illegal immigration, which South Dakota, spoilers, South Dakota does not have a problem with illegal immigration. South Dakota is heavily dependent on immigrants to come in for labor because you guys have an awful lot of vacant employment spots because I don't know why nobody wants to live in South Dakota.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So yeah, you guys have your state actually has a lot of immigrants coming in, but they're not illegal. In fact, not all of them are immigrants or the children of immigrants. So yeah, whatever. It's smokescreen and it's a whole bunch of bullshit as usual. This is great. I think our country is in a great spot.
Oh, yeah. It's all up from here, Doc. It's all up from here. Up in smoke. Up in smoke.
You would hope so.
The system is working exactly as intended and must be destroyed. You know what else is looking up, though? Is BioWare. Yeah, BioWare. It seems optimistic about its next Mass Effect game, stating that it might be the first time the dev is able to singularly focus on a single project. That sounds great, doesn't it? They're going to singularly focus on a single project because BioWare obviously doesn't have anything going on, especially since it's been 3 months since Dragon Age Veilguard launched, and they had a whole bunch of paid DLC planned for it and a whole bunch of updates planned for it, and they dropped all of that shit because the game fucking tanked. So,
and why did it tank? Why did it tank?
Because it was clumsy, it was uninspired, there was nothing really new about it in terms of a game. There was nothing really anything in it that people enjoyed from the previous Dragon Age games. It explored social commentary with the ham-fisted sledgehammer of a 2-year-old. It was just awful. It was uninspired. It was inoffensive. It was bland. It was just not what people wanted, and it was not what anyone who was a fan of the Dragon Age series was looking forward to. You don't have. Somebody broke this down in a better article. You don't explore social issues through any social issue. I'm talking about any social issue in the world, whether it's racism or sexism or what it feels like to stub your toe on a piece of metal when you're barely awake, which I did yesterday, and it fucking sucks. You don't explore those issues with just through like a telescope where you're watching shit from a distance and you're just like, oh yeah, that happened. Okay, that guy got kicked or that lady got flipped over, and then now they're all in a pool and it exploded. That doesn't mean anything to you. You explore social issues, you explore and you have social commentary by developing relationships with characters and making people care about the characters. That way, when something happens to the character, you are emotionally invested in them not only feeling better, but solving whatever problem or whatever issue has just arisen. So yeah, that Dragon Age failed to do that. You don't really care about any of the characters that are in it because the characters they're not people. They're whatever social issue it is that they're trying to explore. That's the character in itself, and it's not actually a person. It doesn't actually have personality, and that was what somebody summed it up as.
So, and I brought this up to a friend of mine, and because they were like, well, you know, somebody mentioned on X that there was a that, you know, diversity in games should be shouldn't be a main focus, that it should be it should be secondary, and it should not be like you said, ham-fisted or
what if it was beef-fisted?
The vegans would be happy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to give myself one for that.
But I explained to him. He said, well, what's an example of it being of that type of thing being ham-fisted? I said, you're in the middle of a conversation, and this was what was cited. This was what was cited.
Careful.
In Veilguard. And look, the only reason I bring it up is because it was literally brought up in every article from both sides of the aisle.
I know.
That's the
I know. We
only
had one
reason
of those
I bring it
articles
up.
on this podcast. We did.
And you get introduced to a character, and in the middle of a conversation, they use the wrong pronouns, and
Yeah,
the entire
immediately.
conversation fucking stops.
Oh well, okay. So that was the other thing. It's not just that is ham-fisted, yes, but you're playing an RPG. You're playing a game where decisions are supposed to alter the course of the story. You're railroaded into that conversation. That was in the article that we covered weeks ago when Veilguard came out, and this guy was very carefully trying to explain why that was one of the worst parts of the game. It's not only what you're saying is that the whole character is that. It's not actually a person. Right. It's just a personification of a social commentary. But the other half of that is that in an RPG, you're railroaded into this. Doesn't matter what you do. The result is always the same. You always have to experience that. Doesn't matter what options you pick. Doesn't matter how accommodating you are or how rude you are. The outcome is always the same. So, yeah, that's a stark difference from the first Dragon Age game, I am led to believe.
Sounds like it. I played the first Dragon Age game.
And you want to talk?
Thoroughly enjoy Dragon Age Inquisition.
Zero,
the only one I've played.
You want to talk about how whatever shouldn't be the main focus of the game? Let's go back to the main Mass Effect games. There are ample opportunities for femship to romance female crew members and for maleship to romance male crew members, and they expand. There's not a ton of that in the first game. They expand on it in the second game, and there's a couple options in the third game, but BioWare pretty much hammered out what people were doing and what they wanted by the third game. So the second game is probably the best in terms of freedom of who you want to start a relationship with. If you want to be straight, if you want to be gay, if you want to be bi, whatever. That never comes up unless you start flirting with a character. You never get any of that unless you bring it up. You as the player bring it up.
Right.
So that's all in the game. That's all there. But they're treated like actual human beings, where it's like, all right,
If it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, you guys are romping around the galaxy kicking ass. So, that is that's the tip of the iceberg into why Veilguard did not perform as well. BioWare said that there are less than half of the number of game interactions. That's a very important phrase. Less than half the number of interactions that they were expecting. So, approximately 1.5 million interactions with the game. That does not count people who got the game free with a GPU. Does not count for people who refunded the game after they decided that it wasn't for them. So we have no idea how many people actually, or how many copies of the game BioWare and EA actually got paid for. But it was less than half of what they wanted, and that is why they're dropping all support and all DLC, or all plans for DLC for Dragon Age Failguard. And that's why they get to focus 100% on Mass Effect, which, once again, I expect to be as bland and terrible and ham-fisted and awful as Veilguard was. Because somebody in one of the articles that we posted said this, it feels like HR is in the room while you play the game.
Oh no!
That was about
like
Dragon. That was about Dragon Age Veilguard, but I'm just going to assume that that's going to carry over to Mass Effect 5. No, Mass Effect 5 is not due out for 10 years, whatever. It's definitely not coming out this year.
Hey, I mean, Andromeda was good.
Andromeda actually had a really good story to it. It had a really good plot, and it was engaging, and I liked it for that. It was glitchy as fuck.
Oh, it's perfect now that you can mod it into perfection. Kind of like Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was a good game. It was glitchy as fuck, and then when they allowed mod support, it became really good.
I was saying that years ago that I really did. I was gonna be. We were in a gaming community that none of us are a part of anymore because fuck them. I explained that nobody really liked Andromeda when it came out that year, but I did like it because it had a good story to it, and it was an engaging plot. It was an original idea. It was really good stuff. The execution was abysmal. Not only in the fact that shit glitched out and the pistol was basically the OP weapon. The starting pistol was basically the OP weapon. They pulled a Halo, where all you needed to do to complete the game was have a pistol. But beyond that, it was a downgrade in quality from facial expressions, from body language that we just got spoiled by, I guess, from Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. And people just didn't look right. People didn't have the right expressions. People didn't do the right things. It was bad. But yeah, now, years later, it's great. Go play Mass Effect Andromeda. It's not bad. Or replay Mass Effect. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition on Steam on sale.
Sponsor us, Steam.
Sponsor us, Gabe-san.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Gaben plans to be immortal, by the way, as per a tweet.
Nice.
I'd like to see it happen. I'd like to know how he does it. However he does it, I bet I could build it in my garage. Anyway. What else is going on? Have we been to a fashion show? Oh, I'm just going to throw up this graph of EA's stock tanking. What we talked about, yeah.
I went and looked at it, and I was like, that's just beautiful. Because, I mean, it literally just goes up, up, down, down, tank.
This week, it went from the 140 something or other to 117. Just fucking, yeah, it was not great. If you look, though, at, oh no, the 1 month is even worse. Oh no, the 6 month is even worse.
Oh,
the year to date is worse. Oh yeah, okay, fine. The 1 year. No, that's bad too. The 5 year. We go back to the 5 year. Back in 2020, in March of 2020, their stock was doing more poorly than it is today. Oh, wait, in 2023, in February of 2023, their stock was doing it was doing 4 points more poorly than it is today, which is nothing in comparison to March of 2020 when it was doing, what is that math? 30 points lower? Yeah. Anyway, you gotta go back. You gotta go back if you want to find out the last time EA was doing this poorly. And the sad part is...
And it's their own fault. It's their own fault. They've done it
of course
to
it
themselves.
is. Yeah, no, they've done it to themselves because they're trying to please the shareholders and they don't really care about making good games anymore. That's the long and the short of it. Tough luck, EA. It's time for all the AAA studios to implode. It's time for a new batch of AAA studios to come forth. And Grinding Gear Games is going to be one of them. Because PoE 2 is wildly popular.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, and Amazon Game Studios, they can be another one of the AAAs.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Lost
Can
Ark.
they?
Lost Ark player numbers are way down. I went and I looked at the Steam numbers the other day, and I was surprised to know that I stopped playing in June last year because I needed to drive a U-Haul across the country, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. And then, like, 2 weeks later when I was done, I was like, I don't really want to play Lost Ark anymore, and I uninstalled it, and that was the end of that. I was surprised to find out that everybody had some story like that in June, because 47,000 players stopped playing Lost Ark in June, and they never came back. So that's fun. Coincidentally, it was also the time when the game announced that they were going to T4 gear, and that means that all the farming and all the honing and all the whatever that people had done for T3, which had been the max for that entire time, that was all going to pot. So it probably pissed off an awful lot of people to know that they were going to have to farm more gear and they were going to have to spend more money because, spoilers, there's no way to advance in that game unless you pour thousands of dollars into it. And anybody that tells you otherwise is a fucking liar.
There's a word for that.
Fight me in real life.
Veil.
Yeah. Oh, there are counterfeit AMD processors coming out
Nice.
right now. There's a Chinese scam going on around the 9070s, I think, or the 9050 3D X3Ds, and what some entrepreneurial Chinese gentlemen have figured out how to do is buy a whole bunch of AMD Ryzen 7 processors, which are not really in demand anymore, and you can get fairly cheaply. And they just sandblast the the serial numbers and the model numbers off the top of the processor, and then they laser engrave. To their credit, they are laser engraving Ryzen 9 details, or Ryzen 9 details onto the top of them and reselling them as Ryzen 9050 X3D processors, which are in high demand, extremely high demand right now. Either 9050s or 9070s. So yeah, that's the thing that's going on.
I have to say, good for them for showing the entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, good for them for fucking over people who buy processors on eBay.
But also, I was going to say, but also, fuck them for doing that, because that fucks over good people who just want to save a buck.
The Chinese gentleman that I bought my Intel 6950X from was an honest gentleman. I got this processor, I ran it through every single fucking ringer that I knew. I had the Intel program, Intel's whatever processor, the thing that I can't remember right now, tell me that it is genuine Intel architecture. And the processor works. Everything about it is lovely. I've been enjoying my new processor. Even though it's 10 years old. Super fast. Runs Frostpunk 2 like nobody's business.
And didn't it help you with City Skylines?
Yes, that and the 128 gigabytes of RAM that I have now.
Oh, that helps too, yes.
Yeah, that.
Boy, you really stuck it to it.
Thank you. Yes, I did. You don't get a button for that one because it's all the way over there, but yes.
No ramming speed for me.
Oh, I should make a note to myself. That's a good Worf quote that we could have on the soundboard. Prepare for ramming speed!
Yes, approved.
He was so enthusiastic
Absolutely
about dying.
I'm just, you know what? I'm kind of proud of myself for making the glory joke today when Fluffy noticed the hole in that headboard that I posted, because Jesus, I didn't notice it.
I'd like to think that I introduced you. I like to think that I introduced you to the Galron glory meme. I probably didn't, but I have posted it a bunch of times in the past.
No, you definitely did.
Oh, it was me. All right, good.
Yes.
It makes me feel warm inside.
Again, I've seen a whole 4 episodes total of Star Trek.
It's the meme is Galron looking through a hole in a men's room stall. Is I say, "Hello, is anyone there? I seek glory." You know, Omega, do you know the actors who play Galron and Martok frequently show up at Star Trek conventions in full makeup and they take pictures with fans?
That's great.
I know, I love them.
That's pretty awesome.
And Gowron as a character was kind of a toss, but there's something about him that I really did like. He had a lot of charisma. That's probably it.
Yeah, I mean, he was a good... I wouldn't say a villain, but he was certainly a good anti-hero.
You're right, yeah, anti-hero, because he hated Worf and he hated the Federation until he needed something, and then he showed up and everybody was his best friend.
Not wrong.
More Gowron memes.
Like when
Poor
I
guy.
said earlier, it surprised me greatly when I said earlier that I had only watched 4 episodes, that I wasn't immediately removed from the server.
No, you're fine.
I'm not gonna kick you out, we'll just judge you.
Yeah.
It's okay, my dog does that. Shit, I'm used to that.
Or you know, we'll lure you into chat and then stream episodes, and then you'll be forced to watch them.
That's a good idea. I should put together a playlist of all the... Because Gowron is in multiple... oh, no, wait, he's only in TNG and DS9, I think. Yeah. I don't think he shows up in Voyager at all.
No.
Is it truly forced if I would enjoy it?
Anyway, I'll put together a playlist for you, all the Gowron episodes, and we can watch just his evolution. Yeah, Zero, if we kick you out of chat, we can't shame you.
Exactly. I mean, for that matter, Gunilla can't shame you, and that is the ultimate shame.
It's true. God damn, she's good at her job.
You pay her well.
The fuck do I pay her in? I pay her in CPU cycles.
And she takes them like a champ.
She loves them. She's very happy on her machine, actually. She, I get so few errors out of her now that she's actually got a processor that can keep up with everything. Like, before when I loaded her, it used to take Lava Link a shit ton of time to load on the old machine, because the old machine was just like, oh my god, there's so much stuff to do. This machine's just like, oh yeah, okay. Done. So yeah, she's much happier. She runs much more smoothly. She doesn't have to wait for shit to process.
Oh, sorry.
I gotta run.
I gotta run. I gotta run.
I work at Burger King, making from Blue Whoppers and wearing paper hats. Would you like an apple pie with that?
You know what I do? I do miss the paper hat days of fast food restaurants.
Dude,
Now they
you
wear
remember
baseball caps.
Okay, when I was a kid, when I was when I was really young, I must have been like 4 years old or something. I went to the McDonald's one town over, and I remember to this day they were all wearing hats that looked like hamburgers.
Well, you did used to have those.
Baseball caps. Yeah, baseball caps. And the cap part of it, not the brim, but the cap part of it looked like a hamburger.
Yep. And the brim was like a tomato.
It was
Or
yeah, it was something
like that.
But man, I like that's one of my earliest memories. Jesus Christ, what am I doing?
Oh my gosh, core memory of Doc Unlocked.
Yeah. Man, that was great though. Yeah. Peak McDonald's was back in like early 90s for me. That's when you went into McDonald's and every McDonald's had a theme. Like one of the McDonald's that is one town over from me, the theme used to be golf. And whoever the franchise owner was a huge golf fan. So you'd go there, and while you're standing at the counter to order, in front of you was a glass case. Like the counter was actually a glass case, and it had all these antique golf clubs in it. And he had like awards around, he had trophies, just all like, it was amazing. The place had style, it had a personality to it. It's like, that's the golf McDonald's. I want to go to the golf McDonald's. And today you walk in there, it's just like fucking sterilized.
I don't think the brothers that came up with the idea for McDonald's would be happy with the direction that McDonald's has gone.
Yeah, because we use powdered milk now. That was a major thing. That was a major turning point, according to the McDonald's movie that I saw, which was basically a documentary. I'm led to believe by internet people.
They can be trusted.
Clearly.
I read it on the internet. Must be true. Let's see. Elon Musk was supposed to get banned, but he's never gonna. EA is focusing entirely on Mass Effect 5, which is gonna suck. Oh, yeah, this also popped up today. Ubisoft decided to close another studio. This was the studio that was responsible for... it was called Ubisoft Leamington.
Watch you.
It was Ubisoft Leamington, which was a support studio, which contributed to Star Wars Outlaws and Far Cry 5. Ubisoft has closed it, and so 185 people are out of work. And they said that this was something else. This was just, let's see, Dramatica. Unfortunately, this should be blah, 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 blah. This is part of the company's ongoing mission to prioritize projects and reduce costs, is the official statement, which is about as corporate boilerplate as you can get. So yeah, there are more rumors that Ubisoft is trying to sell out to Tencent. And we say that they're rumors, and I'm bringing that up specifically because whenever that is brought up, GameSpot was on a conference call with Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot, and when that topic came up, he just said, yeah, we're exploring different options, we can't say more.
Duh.
So, which is corporate for, yeah, we're basically trying to do something either like that or significantly worse than that. So yeah, 2025, the year that Ubisoft crashes and burns.
Well, but the shareholders will make a lot of money, and that's what's important.
That's right, because Ubisoft is legally obligated to make them money. If they don't, then they can sue. I always thought that was hilarious.
Fiduciary responsibility. A word that I never thought that I would ever use in my actual life, but fuck, is it important nowadays?
Zero said douche.
It's in there.
Oh, and there's a new Chinese version of ChatGPT that's open source. I actually have to look this up.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I bring this up because Nvidia's stock dropped like 30% overnight. So it's called DeepSeek.
Sorry, that's funny.
Someone's
I don't know
deep.
why that's funny, but it's funny.
So what it is it's a Chinese open source AI model that is it's comparable to ChatGPT, but one of the distinguishing factors of it is that, first of all, it is open source. So you can go take a look at it and you can go mod it and do whatever the fuck you want to it. Second of all, it's default programmed to explain to you how it arrived at the answer to your question, or how it, worked out a response to whatever prompt you gave.
Nice.
It seems very helpful. So this was released recently. It could have been this week, or it could have been over the weekend or last week. And the main reason why I bring it up is just because NVIDIA is sort of viewed as the world leader for AI advancement, or at least the hardware aspect of AI development. And a lot of ChatGPT and NVIDIA's hardware or firmware are obviously not open source. They're proprietary. but this is all open source, and you can run this on whatever the fuck you want. Or you can program it and you figure out and tinker with it to run on whatever the fuck you want. So that's a lot of competition for NVIDIA, which kind of cornered the market and was getting into. I just think NVIDIA's gotten too big. I don't like it. I don't think that's a good thing. So I like AMD giving NVIDIA shit in the graphics card department, and I like DeepSeek giving NVIDIA shit in the AI department.
Competition should be a good thing for everybody.
It is, and the way this played out was basically that it was terrible for the release of DeepSeek was terrible for the corporate world and really, really beneficial to the consumer. So there you go. Oh, and Meta can suck a bunch of dicks. I just throwing that out there.
Anything in particular, or just
No.
the huge?
No particular reason. Just yeah, Meta can suck a bag of dicks.
So did you? So speaking of stocks that died, going back a little bit, GameStop is in the news again because they are offering high dollar amounts for phones and tablets that still have TikTok installed on them.
All right.
Like, apparently, because you can't, if you deleted TikTok off of your phone, like a bunch of kids did when the ban went into effect, when the ban was later retracted, it ended up that they went onto their phones to try to re-download the app, and guess what wasn't in the stores? The app. Because while the ban, yes, was lifted and the app can be used, it can't be re-downloaded because Google and Apple have taken it off the store. So now people are selling phones for upwards of $500,000 that have the app installed on them.
And, if this new generation of people who really enjoy using TikTok weren't a bunch of technically illiterate bitches, they would know how to jailbreak a phone and manually install an application, because I can't speak for iOS. Anybody who has an iPhone can basically die in a fire. I don't care. But if you have an Android phone, it's a fucking Linux distro.
Well, I'm gonna go self-combust now. I'll be back.
You know how... Yeah, alright. Fair enough. But you know how you install something on Linux? I mean, you can use Flatpak or, whatever the fuck you really want to, or you can just download something and create a folder and run it. You just need to know what the dependencies are. You need to know file structure, and you can just fucking do it. So, yeah. It's sad to me that my nieces and nephews don't seem to have the same zeal that I had when I was their age about taking things apart and finding out how they work, and doing it without the aid of meth. Because we did that an awful lot. I feel like every millennial who's technologically inclined did that a lot with hardware and with software. We took shit apart and then we put it back together. We found out how it worked, and
See, you didn't pause long enough, because I was going to say use meth. Great, but
Zero, it's like you live in the Midwest.
But you didn't. Look, we have the meth capital of Virginia about half an hour to an hour up the interstate for me, so...
What's meth going for in West Virginia these days?
I don't know. I haven't bought meth.
Masami, how's meth doing? What's the price of meth where you are?
I have no idea, but if you ever look at the statistics on meth use in South Dakota, it's woo!
Startling.
Oh, well, I mean, when fertilizer is one of your ingredients, and that's kind of the main economic activity in the state, yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Well, your
And
state is
there's
shitty.
nothing better else to do.
I have been bored plenty of times on the weekend, sitting on my couch petting a dog, just being like, "What the fuck am I gonna do?" Because like, it's the winter time, I can't work outside. Like, what am I gonna do? I have never, ever thought, "Hey, I should try meth."
Well, usually the first answer is to drink, and then it's meth.
Oh, I didn't update the scroll.
No,
Shit.
for Doc, it is not drink and then meth. It's drink. Number 2 is shit post on Discord.
I thought you were just gonna
Damn
say
meth.
it's number 1. Drink meth.
Drink meth.
Oh god.
It's not a drinkable substance, I don't think. Not with that attitude, apparently.
Yes, I was about to say. Thank you for finishing my thought, only with your own mouth.
I try to stay out of your head as much as possible. It is very dirty in there.
Oh, you have no idea. Oh.
Look, we're friends. I have a pretty good idea.
All right, Zero, you still haven't played WoW, right?
No, I have not.
All right, we're celebrating your 12-week anniversary.
Ooh, 12 weeks clean.
You gotta be careful now, because now it's about time when you come off that fluffy pink cloud.
That happened last weekend.
Oh, gotcha.
I got bored. I got pissed off playing Spiritborn in Diablo, and I was like, fuck this game. I want to play WoW. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to play WoW. I'm going to go play Star Wars The Old Republic because it's free. And I can scratch that same itch without having to pay a subscription fee or re-download the game.
Yay.
You should ditch Tor and go back to KOTOR.
You know, I would, except for the fact that for some reason the Steam version crashes quite frequently.
Well then, good news, everyone! You can go find it on Abandonware.
On what now?
Go Abandonware. I'll share some sites with you. You can go get KOTOR 1 and probably KOTOR 2 as well. You can go grab it for free. You can download it, no DRM, no nothing. GOG probably has it as well. Good old GOG.
What sites he will show you, Zero?
I don't know what Doc looks like, but now I'm going to associate Doc's face with Pinhead.
Well, we've seen his legs.
Yeah.
We have seen his legs.
Wait, when did you... When was... I don't dispute that you have, I just don't remember when.
When you sent the video walking through the lot when you were doing inspections on vehicles and such.
Also, when you were almost dying of pneumonia.
Well, there's that
And
too.
we checked into the hospital.
Okay, so both times I was wearing pants.
Yes.
This is good to know.
Well, you were wearing shorts in the second one, but yes.
We've seen Omega's feet.
Yep.
In the Masami, Omega and I both know that what you just said cannot be accurate, because I have never worn shorts in my adult life.
Okay, you might have been wearing pants. I don't remember. I just remember they were khaki colored, I think.
Omega, that's true, right? I never wore shorts in college. No, I was kind of, yeah, I was a pant lord. Pants all the time. Summertime, wintertime, dinner time, breakfast time, didn't matter.
It's true.
Wow. I wear shorts always.
You wear jorts. There's a difference.
No, sir. Absolutely not, sir.
Chocolate starfish!
I am offended at your premise, and you will retract that statement immediately. I am not John Cena. I will not be 50 years old wearing jorts.
No, you're Fred Durst. What you gonna do now?
I mean, it does make a certain mental image sense with the Crocs that you frequently claim to wear most.
Oh,
I do.
yeah.
I have fur-lined Crocs now. My mother-in-law bought them
Oh
for
my
me for Christmas.
God.
What's the fucking point? You understand the Crocs were invented so that you could literally clean them with a hose. Now you have fur-lined Crocs. You gonna throw those in a fucking washing machine? No. How do you clean that shit? How do you get the masturbatory material that you slather your shoes in every single day off of those shoes when they've got fur lining? I would love to know.
Bold of you to assume that I masturbate with shoes on.
You call them your big rubber masturbating shoes. You have ever since Deadpool came out. What am I supposed to... if you're telling me that I've been picturing the wrong thing in my mind every single time I jack off in the shower, then I need to know now.
Doc, you have been woefully incorrect in your assumption, sir.
Great, my life is a lie.
I have fur lined too. They better not diss.
My wife said she has Crocs, and you better not be dissing her
They're
Crocs.
fur-lined Crocs.
And they're fur-lined.
How does she get all the masturbatory material off hers?
Oh, Christ.
You should get your wife on a podcast just so she'll be mentally scarred.
My wife is way too innocent for this this bunch of degenerates.
Is that really why you won't give me your wife's contact information? Because you're afraid I'm going to corrupt her?
100%. This is the woman who has not seen Rocky Horror Picture Show yet.
I mean, that's fine. There's people out there who have in fact done that.
Do you think that she will one day, Zero?
Potentially.
You know, that makes me quiver with anticipation.
It's a
Just a patient.
patient.
Yeah, see, we all know the references. Get your wife to watch it. Again, yeah, get her in the room.
I mean, it's not like, I'm not going to, the first time she sees it, I'm not going to take her to like a live show or anything. That might be a little
good.
No, you
Oh,
really
good.
should.
Be a little much.
You should. So, and you can take her aside and you can explain the artistic representation intended by having that big muscle man wearing nothing but tighty whities.
What are we talking about?
You watching Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I told them that I would never take you to a live show ever.
Yeah. Interesting.
Have you seen Rocky Horror? Oh, I did show you some of what they do at the live shows. Yes, I did.
Some.
You showed me some of the movies.
Oh, yeah, but you haven't watched it all the way through. That's what we're talking about.
Oh.
Is that you haven't seen it all the way through yet?
No.
She said, no.
No.
Yeah, we can hear. This podcast just get 1,000% better.
Oh.
After she's done with Rocky Horror Picture Show, you should watch Eraserhead.
Oh, God.
In honor of David Lynch. Oh, yeah, David Lynch passed away last week. Folks, Discord just fucking crashed, and I'm alone. Wait, okay, I'm getting it back up. Oh, did internet crash? Oh, is my fucking internet gone? No. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know
We're
what.
still alive.
Discord just shit the bed.
That was, we got too degenerate for it. It said no.
Clearly. Yes, us
Okay.
degens from upcountry, right, Zero?
Yerp.
I don't think that the stream or OBS recording was affected.
No, I just checked Twitch. We're fine.
Okay. So yeah, David Lynch passed away last week, and we took the week off, so we didn't talk about it. But yeah, unfortunately, he was a lifelong smoker, and he died due to complications from emphysema, I believe.
Ooh.
Complications being that he may have caught a cold, or he caught some disease that migrated to his chest, and that was the end of that. That's why you don't smoke cigarettes. Or you do in your 20s, and then you quit, and you hope that it doesn't come back to haunt you, which is basically my strategy.
Cousins, too.
It's like, we're gonna hope that pack-a-day never catches up with me. Yeah, so watch Eraserhead, anyway. That's where we were. The end.
There was one that I saw. It was there was a movie that was getting ready to come out. It was in the same vein as Zombievers. Which, by the way, was an absolutely hilarious movie. And if you ever want to watch a terrible B movie about zombie beavers, do it.
Zombievers. Is it?
Yes.
It's not a it's not an asylum movie, is it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I watched it on a fucking lark. A friend of mine was like, "You've got to watch this movie," and I watched it, and I was not disappointed at all.
I'm surprised you were able to stay on the lark at that point.
Yeah.
No, you
Wasn't
said
it flying through the air?
So, okay, all right, fine. The flying through the air was good, but yeah, it should have been like.
Yes, tell me how I should have done it better, Doc.
Explain the joke. I don't understand.
It's a pun about a beaver movie where there's zombie beavers, and you're surprised that he could stay afloat, or that he didn't just
You said he watched it on a lark. I assumed he was flying through the air. Isn't that what they call an in-flight movie?
Doc is drawing this out way too long. Please stop.
Yes, tell us more about your in-flight movie experience there, Zero.
God,
yeah, okay, that was a good one. Yeah, there you go.
It's funny because larks fly.
Generally, they do.
I'm happy that we're actually sticking to that. We're still explaining.
We're sticking to that meme.
It is humorous. Oh, man. Yeah, alright. So anyway, that's everything technologically or game related that was interesting. We talked about Diablo, we talked about PoE. Oh, Manor Lords. I booted up a game of Manor Lords a while ago because the stable version got updated. There are new maps, and they're gorgeous. Manor Lords is the city builder game that was built to take screenshots. So yeah, that's great. And Granny Does Games has also been, she's carried on a game of Manor Lords, but I can only watch so much of that stream before I have to turn it off, because I'm actually good. I'm actually good at Manor Lords and against the storm. I'm not gonna say that I'm like a real good against the storm player. I've died a lot, but I think that I like to tell myself that's part of the game experience. So like I know how to play that. I know how to win. And I know all the mechanics. And the same is true of Manor Lords, so I have to stop after a while. There's nothing wrong with figuring that out, but there's everything wrong with her asking questions to the stream, and I can't... There's a fucking text limit to the YouTube chat. I can't spell shit out. I can't just tell her in real time. There's also a 30-second delay because she lives in Upside Down land, and I can't get the answer to her fast enough. So yeah, it drives me nuts after a while. That's me. That's not her. That's me. So yeah. How cold is it in South Dakota, Masami?
It was actually pretty nice today. It was like a balmy 40 degrees.
Jeez, you're warmer than we are.
Yeah, a couple degrees warmer than here.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be in the mid 40s tomorrow, and then it's supposed to get cooler again for a little while.
Wait, Omega, how cold is it? Or warm, cold, whatever in New York?
Today was 38.
Jeez, it's warmer down there than it is up here today. It was like 26, I think. Whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, also, there was an earthquake in Maine, and I felt it.
Was it the main
Nice.
event?
It was. You were competing with Omega's fart. I think the fart was better than the pun, but
Yeah, no,
Still.
I won't doubt that.
that was still
Yeah.
pretty
When the
damn
fart
good.
made it through.
It's the open mic, man. I can hear your microwave beeping. Yeah, I can hear the fart. I don't know if that.
never mind. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know if he's leaning on the chair or farting more. But yeah, what's this
That,
supposed
was
to be?
that one was a chair.
It's supposed to be 52-ish tomorrow, 48 on Wednesday, 53 on Thursday, and then down to 39 on Friday. My bad. It's just supposed to be nice all week.
Man. It's gonna be 11 degrees when I take my dogs out tonight. It's gonna be great.
God, poor
You know it's
bastard.
cold when you
It's-
go outside, and it's cold.
And it's 30, feels like 25 right now, so not too shabby.
What do we got?
Could be
Yeah,
worse.
Oh no.
Currently 37. Feels like 28.
Did you know that in off-season Diablo 3, I haven't made it to Paragon 2000 yet?
Paragon 2000.
I'm on the road to 2000 right now. Holy shit, there's some activity in the kitchen. Something crazy's going on.
I believe Steph is making oatmeal.
Yay!
Make
Oatmeal?
overnight oats.
Oatmeal or spicy cuttlefish with asparagus?
Not that.
That's a,
he said not that.
That's a South Park Human Centipede reference. For anybody who was reading what Fluffy and I were typing back and forth together earlier today. Which was no one, which is fine. We got our South Park references.
I'm glad you two can share something.
What the fuck? We're going back and forth, and it's just it landed on me. I just told him, "You're awesome." He's like, "No, you're awesome." It was like, "We should kiss with our mouth tongues." No, we should do what they did on South Park and the Human Centipede episode. It's like, "Eat spicy cuttlefish." He was like, "Fuck yeah."
It's cute, y'all's relationship.
Yeah,
It's disturbing, but it's cute.
it's the most heterosexual homosexual relationship I've ever had.
I don't know how I feel about that.
No, there's no competing with our just friends spooning.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh. I wake up in a cold sweat at least once a week thinking about what the fuck am I going to write for a speech. It's January and I'm stressing over this.
What speech are you writing?
The one that we're hopefully all going to hear in person in July.
Mm.
What?
Wait, have you done it, Omega? Have you gotten all the... Are you going to do
your
your...
full inventory of caches?
No, where are you going to go? Are there children somewhere that you can open these in front of?
I don't know. Where are their children?
You have to locate... Yeah, if you have to locate the poor orphans so that you can open all your presents in front of them.
Yeah, Overshot has some kids.
These are mine. These are
Yeah.
my toys.
Yeah, it's probably a kid's tree of whispers. I'll check you overshad.
I did bounty runs this week, and every single time I still go to Act 3 and open them in front of the kids. Because it's a tradition, or I'm a terrible person, or both.
Bofa.
Both. Where's the children?
Where's those little childrens? I'm gonna eat them up. In the world of Sanctuary, there are no children.
No children, but lots of poor people.
That's not a child, that's Peter Dinklage.
In space pants?
Look at my space pants!
Yeah, I thought there would have been some kids in Overshad somewhere.
Where's the desert place? Whatever the desert city is, I feel like there were kids there. Oi. Alright.
Maybe.
Geckle. Let's go to the majestic city of Geckle. Yeah, alright, here we go.
I heard Riker pronounce it the other day, and it made me very uncomfortable.
Who?
Riker.
Oh, yeah. My mind went to Star Trek.
Wrong Riker. I appreciate the reference, though, because I do know who that is. In the words of Captain America, I understood that reference.
There's a meme that somebody made. There's a demotivational that somebody made a while ago that was just a picture of the Traveler from TNG, and it the caption was Riker, R-I-K-E-R. No, wait, no, R-I-C-K-E-R. That's how they spelled Riker's name, Riker. You don't want to see his search engine. So I demotivated the demotivational. I think I posted this a while ago, and I said, Riker, first mate of the Star Trek Enterprise.
Oh, wow.
These are things that only Star Trek nerds will appreciate.
And then the fandom's heads exploded. Is that what that sound was that I heard?
And then nobody gave it shit because nobody but me watches Star Trek TNG anymore.
I found one child.
Okay, yeah, you can... I mean, that's one, right? You're sure it's not Peter Dinklage in a wig?
It might have been Peter Dinklage.
I have, yeah. I was just thinking about Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's a whole whale.
Yeah, it is. How did they get it all the way up there?
This one solitary crane.
Yeah, that definitely did it. Right. Interesting that there's no counterweight on that crane. Oh no, there's a tiny little box of rocks on the back of it. Yeah, no, that's enough for a whale. Unrealistic game design, literally unplayable.
I don't know where the orphanage is here in this game, unfortunately.
God, Infernal Hordes is just awesome.
But I'm gonna open all my caches. It'll be a glorious pile.
Oh, the heaps.
Words of Squirrely Dan, I am a hape.
Again, 3 Paragon.
Hell yeah. Just from opening caches.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all those glorious beams.
Are any of them purple?
The problem now being there's so much fucking shit on the floor.
Yeah, it's gonna take a trip or two to sell some stuff.
Everybody remember where we dumped our shit. Good lord. Well, alright, that about does it. Well, that was a brilliant display, Omega. Thank you for doing that on stream.
It's fun.
And, yep. I'm gonna go walk my dogs, so we'll be back next time. Same place, same whatever. Penis. Fuck Winnie the Pooh, fuck Elon, fuck Nestle, fuck Hershey, fuck Vince, fuck Linus Tech Tips, fuck, I went out of order.
Nah, I think you got them all. Fuck Ubisoft, we forgot that one.
Just add Zuckerberg and Bezos for good measure. They deserve it.
Yeah, fuck him. Oh, yeah. Did you see there's a social media clip? Zuckerberg is doing the thing this time of year where he tries to appear human, and he's doing some interview, probably on Joe Rogan, where he's talking about how he just super wants accessibility, and he wants all this great technology to be shared amongst everyone, and he's trying to get trying to get the rights to some proprietary protocols from Apple, and Apple won't share them because Apple claims that they're not secure enough. And he's like, well, that's because Apple didn't make them secure in the first place. What are you guys doing? I watched that. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Who is this aimed at? Yeah, Apple's security is shit. Their encryption is basically plain text files that are swapped between devices. We know. We know Apple is shit. I've known for years. My sister still thinks that Apple is the most secure computer because nobody makes viruses. For Apple. And I keep on trying to tell her that's not true.
That's not how that works.
That's actually
Not how any of that works.
I mean, it had a ring of truth some, 20 years ago?
Yeah, back before Steve Jobs had ass cancer, that was relatively accurate. I'm sorry it's late, and I don't like Apple. So I'm being kind of blunt. Oh, speaking of blunts,